So this might end up being a video, but we shall see how well it does. Mainly on this team with the red Chachi. Red Chachi has the value of being able to stun and also giving attack buff. At least I think he gives attack buff, right? Oh wait, his S2 gives attack buff. The S3 is just a stun. But also with this, I think that the enemy should almost never take turns anymore. Okay, maybe a Kodaker is not that useful on you then, but sure thing, I guess. But definitely lots of pushback over there. Sharon team is with the Lily right now. She's actually doing a lot of damage. This team over here will take a little bit more time of stacking. But I think we'll Rose on the Golden Lion. The moment Golden Lion is full stacked, it will start doing a lot of damage as well. Also for the sets, my Colorals is 1-1-1, Rosa 1-1-1. Mio is 5-5 actually. In this one, Yelly is 5-5, rest of them, this one is also 1-1-1. And over here we have 5-1-5, 5-5-1. This one is 3-1-5. 5-1-5 would make more sense, but didn't have enough material for that. But so far we seem to be doing a lot of damage. Especially the Ting team over here. Wow, holy shit. Also, you could definitely put Salins in this slot, but I think that the Chachi works a little bit better because of the potential. Wait, he's supposed to have attack buff, right? Wait, isn't that skill attack buff? Well, either how, this thing is doing an insane amount of damage. I thought he had attack buff for some reason. Well, this team, this team is doing an insane amount of damage actually. But this team is definitely a team that takes a little bit more time to catch up. And this team will also do a fair bit of damage the moment that your White Fang is slightly higher stacked. But in this case, we have a lot of, like, if you have a really great Rosa, Rosa would do a lot more work. Also, my Rosa not skilled up just definitely helps a little bit less. The damage amp of Hoyan boss pumps DPS? Yeah, I guess so. I guess so, because the Hoyan pretty much never takes a turn and that kind of stuff. Well, we see a little bit more damage coming in from that one as well right now. This is by far best damage I've done. Rose, everything is 6-star for DPSers. They're just, Rosa's like level 1-ish 6-star. Colorals is level 1 6-star as well. But definitely this team, like, this dude is doing insanely well. Okay, this one is not stunned right now. That's always where it goes bad. The moment you get silence is the moment where these things start getting their turns off and you're not getting your turns off. Which is always the bad part. And that is just like, how bad of a rotation do you get at some point? It's kind of hard to predict / say. I also don't have the optimal things, like definitely having more... Okay, oh, didn't land the stun on the right, that's kind of bad. But definitely having more momentum on this team would be really good, because actually I'm using Onslaught and Keen Eyes, because that's just the only thing I have on a White Fang. I could maybe go for a Count on you that has momentum, but I'm not sure if I really have one. And you also just have like Onslaught on the Rosa, which is not really recommended. And this one is where you don't want to have momentum, but this one actually has momentum because it's my best shell for that I have for Yelly. So that's one of those things that it is definitely not full optimized. I do have pretty decent gear, but it's absolutely not optimized. In this case, Alicorn for this would actually make sense, yeah. Yeah, this is kind of the point where it kind of goes bad and they start taking a fair bit of hits because of... wait, is it gonna die right now? Didn't die. You didn't crit and therefore didn't heal, I guess. Okay, now it dies. So, yeah, this team is kind of an issue where it dies, but I think that's just a bad RNG rotation. That's just the main issue. Bad RNG rotation. Because if I landed the stuns, and the stuns are not a full chance, but if you do land the stuns, well, therefore you kind of have to get Kodak on him to get the first stun rotation in, I guess. Maybe I should put Time Weave on you to get more skill 3s up. Because if this team fully dies, well, even with this team dying, I think I can still make it. Salins would work better. Salins works better, but I don't have a Salins. Like, that's honest truth. If I had a Salins, I would absolutely use Salins. But for the people out there that don't have Salins, the Red Chachi is kind of the way to go. But this team, also the Nikonana team, is doing insane amount of damage. Wow. Also, the Sharon team is doing the best amount that I've ever done so far. Yeah, if I had my... Let's say that I had a Coloros 555, Rosa 555, and both of them actually had momentum rather than the shits that they have right now, I would do upwards of like 3.5. Also, if they were just max level, they would do so much more. Also, just hitting the 3k with one team being dead for the last minute is absolutely bonkers, though. So, yeah, I think that these teams in general, the combination of them two is really strong. That's absolutely a very, very strong team over here. Because they pretty much make it where the boss almost never takes a turn. The team over here is pretty solid as well, with Yelly just stealing, like, the speed buff and stuff. So, yeah, 3.1, where one team just died. That's insane. That's absolutely insane. If you didn't have Yelly, what would you put on Sharon? I'm not too sure, because Colors technically is best for Sharon. I have seen some people do it with Fangus, or just whatever damage dealer you do actually have built. But yeah, that's our reward over there. Really nice. Let me show you the gear. I'm just going to show that through here, and maybe I'll make a little bit of a change, or we're just going to try like a better RNG rotation to get your skills in, because in the end your S3 is a 70% chance at max. Oh no, wait, it's 100. The turn meter is lower. Okay, wait, what do we have on this? If we put Time Weave on you, would that maybe be better for more skill 3 availability? I think we're gonna try to put a Time Weave on you. Let's see if we can make that work. I have a different one that... Oh, wait, you are actually rocking this one, right? Yeah, you're having the Time Weave set. That's also really good on you, though. So yeah, let's just go through all of the gear that they have. Jackal Guard over here, just speedy and accuracy is the only thing you care about. You can pause at any given time. Halloween on this, just whatever I could find. I would say that the Dark Moon would probably also do fine. This one, as mentioned, I'm having Onslaught and Keen Eyes. Fury Edge is in there, but I'm actually not using Fury Edge. If you see this, like, Fury Edge is not activated, but Keen Eyes is fully activated, and Onslaught is fully activated. Then we have the Rosa. Also, once again, 111 does have a few dupes in there, actually. The only thing that's activated is the Onslaught, and we have, like, a Fury set next to it with a Swift Raid that's activated. This thing is just whatever I normally use. Does actually have momentum, but this one's not going to deal that much damage regardless. Valerian, typical Valerian, nothing special. Red Cast, also for cooldown decreases and that kind of good stuff, so max on the S3 is important. Chachi Magi is max on the S3. Doesn't have max S2. I should actually max S2 on this dude as well. He's pretty good for a bunch of stages, and cooldown decrease on this is pretty strong. Mayeli is 555, full damage, also the highest damage output I have. And then Mia is also a 111er, but also a Kodecker. On this side, we have the thing. It does have a Fury Edge, but I only have one good Fury Edge piece to actually work with. So because of that, it's just using a Strife Core over here. Then we have the Claws with a Jackal Guard. Could go for Dark Moon as well. Lily, you don't have to go this crazy fast, but it's just my normal set what I use. Chachi Magi on this. And then we have the Vice on this. So those are all of my sets that I do use. Let's see if we get a better RNG rotation this time around, mainly on the Ho-Yan. Because if we keep getting stunts on the Ho-Yan side things, then it goes really well. That's just the main thing that you're aiming for. So for the video, I'll just speed this up a little bit or something like that. And for the stream, we're just chilling on watching how this goes. But yeah, if the Ho-Yan never takes a turn, is really nice. I could argue that instead of using a Vice, since the boss arguably never takes a turn if you were to go for a Marvel, Marvel might be really good as well. replacements for Red Gas and Mia. Red Gas is free to build, so I would just recommend to build it, I guess. But you could go for just like a Linglo instead of the Mia, and then something else on the cast side. Atsukio Mi on the cast could definitely be an option as well. Like, those are definitely some few replacements that you could make. But yeah, in this case, you can see that boss is not really getting close to taking turns as much. But at some point, they do kind of end up with getting closer to turns. 3 turns, 2 turns. As long as the ads would never take a turn, it would be really nice. Wait, it has single target attack buff. That's the attack buff that we're looking for. So that's the slight thing that this one has a little bit of an up over. Okay, this case, yep, 1 took a turn. That's bad. I think we're pretty close to getting skills on this one. Do have skills on this one again. Okay, stuns and both pushback. That's good. So yeah, there's the attack buff on the S2, which gives it to the highest attack value unit. So that is a little bit of an up over Selins for using the Red Chachi. But then again, it's a lot safer using Selins because 2 turns stuff is always better than 1 turn stuff, right? That's just simple fact. But let's see how that does work. And yeah, this team does do an insane amount of damage. But also Marvel would be better than Vice because you don't really need the Vice taunts, you don't really need the Vice heals, as long as the boss would never take a turn. And with Marvel's skill 3 being a cooldown slower or a cooldown shorter right now, and the skill 1 always pushing back, I think that Marvel, max skilled Marvel would do really good, or at least a 5-1-5 Marvel. But my Marvel currently is 1-1-1. It's actually one of those few units that I did reset. So for that reason, can't use what you reset, right? Doki and Fucho really good on the Shan side. True. Is Rosa Lattice over here? No, Rosa's 1-1-1. Okay, so far so good still. I think we're back on the Vice skill in a second. No, wait, 1 more turn for Vice skill. No, we do have this. Pushbacks. Good pushbacks. And then we have this steal in a second as well. So good rotations this time around. Okay, 1 skill on that doesn't really matter that much. 2 skills also doesn't matter as much. Well, for that case, if you do take a turn, it is nicer that... Oh, wait, actually, did provide a silence as well, but your... silence on that one is bad. You have silence on too many units. Yeah, the silence are actually low-key kind of bad. Because now 1 is woken up already. Both are woken up right now. At least we have skill available on you. Not yet. I thought you had skill available. That kind of sucks. That will really suck. Because now we get a lot of silence and wounds and all of that kind of annoying shit. At least we taunt. Yang for Vice is a thing? Is it? Would that actually push back enough? I'm not sure if that would push back enough though. Also, my Yang doesn't have max S3 though. Yeah, it's just that this team is not really that safe, it feels like. I think a Marvel would kind of fix that. Okay, can we stun? No skills. Man, the rotations on the skills are too long. Yep, and then we die again. Fuck! That sucks. How about use Ling on Sharon and me on Shadow? Would that be enough? It would lower cooldowns, that's good. I don't have investments in that neither. Yeah, let's give that a try. We're still on like 3k, even though we still die on this. That's absolutely insane though. This team will definitely be a little bit worse without Mia, but I'll give that a try. Let's give that a try, because Vice in the end, cooldown on the S3 is a little bit lengthy. And if Mia can lower the cooldowns on everything else, that would be really nice too. Oh wait, Mia would never use S3 though. That's the only issue. Mia would never use S3 because there's nothing to heal. So for that reason, it's kind of bad. Anything else that would make sense? Pushbacks and heals. Well, this team is also dying right now. Doki can replace Cass in second team. Yeah, but I don't have Doki. Why not Suki for CD reduce? Is an option as well. Okay, what ranking are we right now with a dying team? We're ranked 16 with a dying team. Imagine if the team wasn't dying. Could we think of something? What if we actually give the Halloween to Vice? So he has lower cooldowns on the S3. That actually makes a lot of sense, right? Yeah. Yeah, let's give you the Halloweener. Therefore, he has lower cooldowns on his S3. And then Dina, well, Dina doesn't really... in this case, legit use anything. That will work. Chachi and Alicorn. I would lose a lot of speed if I go Alicorn because my Alicorn's very hard sucks. Strive on you also doesn't make too much sense. I would like to get you towards the Time Weave, but I don't really have Time Weave potential for you, I think. Your codex are cracked? Oh yeah, 4 like really cracked codexes. Like these codexes are way too cracked to actually remove. And my most cracked codex of them all is this one. 26, 20, and 10. The most cracked codex are there. Okay, let's just give this a try. Let's see if this actually does work. Also, these two teams are... The Nico Nana is also doing an insane amount of damage, actually. I think the Shadow Flame or Yan, if it would run a minute longer, it would be at like 1300 or so. So, once again, for skill ups 0, like this team on the left is absolutely insane. There's no skill ups on this, and this thing is doing like 1200. That's absolutely busted. The only thing that actually has skill ups over here is this one. It's full. I would say only the S3 max is needed. And this one has the S1, which kind of helps out as well. Okay, let's see on Halloween if it helps me a bit more getting the cooldowns in. I think it should. Oh, we miss armor break. Nice start. That's definitely a nice start right there. Wait, if you restart... Oh, you cannot restart. I was gonna say, if you restart, do you lose an entry? Because for the train, you don't. Okay, I have a little bit of a slow start on this one because of not having the right thing at the start. Beep, beep. Okay, there we have the death break. I think with the Halloween, Vice would probably start pushing back enough. Man, if Halloween had Swift Wash or Swift Raid in it, Halloween would be absolutely one of the best shells out there. Okay, now we start rocking damage on this team. It's also the RNG of 3 teams that could go right or go wrong. Good pushback. Very good pushback. Full pushback rotation, actually, even. Also, the attack buff on the Kodaker at random moments is not that bad. Okay, instant cooldown decrease is good. Also, I don't have the full skill ups on the skill 1 for the red Chachi. His skill 1 would be pushing back more often if I had. Okay, we didn't push back one, but we pushed back the other. With the S2 from Claws. So that's also the thing, at some point if you start missing them, it's kind of bad. Because we used all of them right now. Let's see how it is in the next rotation. Calm Momentum is best DPS for the thing. I think it is best for, what's it called? Rengokutsu. Because the count adds most amount of damage to it. In here, it would absolutely be if you go White Fang. White Fang would go way higher damage on the thing. 100%. Okay. Ooh, good pushbacks. Almost full HP or full attack bar reset on both units right now. That's good. But now we are pretty far off from skills for a while, I think. Yeah, you're still 2 turns away. Vice is 1 turn away. This is where they start getting their turns in again. So this is where it could go wrong. Yep, both of them got their turns. Wounds and stuff. Hits on everything. Yep, that's where we get the silence rotation. And that's where it goes bad. Well, it still could be saved. Could be saved. It's not the worst as of yet. Because I think that the Chachi has S3 right now. Okay, if you land your stun and Kodak stun. Ooh, really good. Really good rotation. Nice rotation. Because they are pretty much 0 A to B from here. It should be that they never take a turn again. Nice, nice. Let's see if the other teams are still doing good. Also already 1200 on this though. Okay, for some reason, Carlos is taking a little bit of a hit. But should heal himself in like 1 hit over here. Just a little bit of a heal. Full HP. Okay, 1 minute left and we're at like 3.1k. 3.1k and I don't have skill ups in neither Coloros nor Rosa. Imagine if I had like full skill ups on these two. Okay, they will start taking turns. Too bad you're still... Okay, good, good. Okay, good pushbacks. Okay, next turn you have your skill. That's wasted of a cooldown reset. We might have a turn on you right here, which isn't the worst. Oh, wait, if you silence... No, that's actually kind of bad if you silence. Well, run is nearly over anyways. Yeah, otherwise you would have had S3 over there. But run is nearly over anyhow. Okay, at least reapply of slow, that's good. Full hit on this. We're nearly dealing like... It's 1400 on just the Shadow Flame, Aljan. That's actually insane. Okay, from here you have like a good rotation again. Wait, can we still get 1 skill 3 off? Claws don't move. Wait, why is it waiting 4 seconds? That's actually insane. Wow. And keep in mind, not that many skill ups at all. We are rank 3. Yo, this team is hella goated. This team is hella goated. And keep in mind, level, like, if you compare that to all of these other guys, it's like all of them have like Colorals level 50. If you check over here, all of them have like level 50, level 50, level 50. Rosa's level 50. And then you check me. Level 1 Colorals, level 4 Rosa. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. Imagine if I just had these two level 50, how much more damage I would have already done. But especially the Hoyan team with this. Like, I want to give a shout out to Reese, also Summoner's War player. He gave me the idea of going for the red Chachi. That thing did insanely well. Because you could go for Salins over here. But the big difference between Salins and the Chachi is definitely... one thing I have to do is this and then replace... Yes. The big difference is that this dude actually does give an attack bar and attack turn meter towards the thing. And because of that, this adds so much more damage to your the thing than a Salins can do. Which is really insane. What can you replace? Claws? Slow armor break. I'm not sure if you can really replace that. Like, Claws in this thing is absolutely goated. Yeah, if you don't have Salins, this is absolutely your brother, 100%. Together with Vice, really good. I think you can put Marvel in here. If you have the like a 5-1-5 Marvel, it might be that you can make it where the boss never takes a single turn. If you actually, if you go for a different armor break because you can put speeds, or you can put the slow from Marvel, then you can put a different armor breaker in here, which could technically be any armor breaker. It is still, of course, best to go Claws because of the hack-in. But, and also the pushback. But with the Marvel, you could maybe get away with a different armor breaker. But I'm not 100% sure about that. But yeah, absolutely go to team over here. Holy shit. Yeah, this is some insane stuff over here. But especially for this Lucas. It's like everyone else is like level freaking 50 units. I'm like level 1 and level 4. Let's go. My claws is 5-1-5. Yeah. So let me actually put. I can put that in here. What I have for all of the skill ups. 1-1-1. Rosa 1-1-1. Dina 1-1-5. Freya 5-1-1. Mio 5-5-5. Yeli 5-5-5, Mia 1-1-1, Kaz 1-1-5, Judgy Magi 1-1-5, Valerian 1-1-5, Lily 5-5-1, Judgy Red is like 3-1-5, should be this one's 5-5-5, Claus is 5-1-5, and Vice is 5-5-5. Those are my skill ups. From what would you say is needed and not needed? This one, I would definitely say these two are not needed. Only the third one is a high recommendation. For the claws, they're not needed, but they definitely help out a lot. Like, claws gets extra damage from the hacking skill 1. Like, claws skill 1 skill ups is so fucking good. Like, this hacking values 5% extra, which simply means that you deal extra damage if the hacking is there, which just adds so freaking much damage. And the skill 3 is just nice for the cooldown decrease, and, well, mainly the cooldown decrease. The others are not as important, or like not important at all. It's just the cooldown decrease. And what else is needed or not needed? Yeah, I think that all of these are fine. I would recommend to make this a 5-1-5, by the way. So yeah, that's an insane team right there. Rank 3. Not bad, not bad. But yeah, also, I'm gonna go off because a friend of mine is coming over in about an hour or so, and I actually want to make this into a video. So, guys that are watching on the YouTube, thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for watching. If you would like to see more guides, join the Discord and check out the content tab for the guide video archive, which contains all of the guides that you might need. Hope to see you there.